Hi, I really want to talk to you about the essential oils and our emotions. The one thing that I have discovered in my walk with my Father is that He didn't create us to be stuck. He didn't create us to struggle with our own minds. And that seems to be the one place that we all struggle at, is in our own minds. In our own minds, we have fields that are loaded with triggers, and it's almost like a soldier walking through a field of mines, okay? And he never knows what he's going to step on or what's going to cause his issues. And that's kind of where we are too. We forget sometimes that the devil's playground is darkness. And what's the one place that is the darkest about us? It is our minds. We can't hide our hearts. People could see them. But you can hide your mind. It could be a place of secrets and darkness. And what a lot of people don't understand is that our emotions also stem from the way we think. Okay? So if we are thinking in a dark way, it's going to fuel our emotions, which will be in a very dark place. So I know that when I began to use the essential oils, this was a place where I had a lot of issues. I come from a lot of abuse, highly abused as a child, highly abused as a wife. And so I had this message that ran through my head all the time, that I wasn't good enough, and I wasn't lovable, and I wasn't this, and I wasn't that, or I was too much, too loud, too big, too this, too that, never enough. Well, number one, that's a lie. It's not the truth. And it's certainly not my Father's truth, which His truth is so different than a human's truth. And one of the oils that I used a lot was frankincense. I used it, I put it in my mouth. Of course, now we're talking top quality. We're talking tested for purity. We're talking third-party testing, so none of it can be fudged. And we're not talking guesswork. And we're not talking cut with anything, having fillers or anything like that. This was the pure, real McCoy stuff. No doubt, no fears. Okay? And so I would use the frankincense, and I would put it under my tongue. I would wear it like perfume. I was constantly using it. And then one day, I saw in the Bible where Aaron and his sons were told to anoint their right big toe and their right thumb and their right ear. And I started doing that with the frankincense while I prayed. And my prayer would go something like this. I would apply it on my toe, my right big toe. And I'd say, Father, guide my feet where you would have my feet to go. And on my right thumb, I would say, use my hands the way you would have to use them, because they are your tools. And then I would anoint my right ear, and I would say, put your truth in my ears. Let me hear your voice with clarity. Then I went across my forehead, and I would say, put your truth in my mind. And then I would go across my heart, put your truth in my heart. His truth is different than our truth. And I can honestly say He has answered that for me. Is it complete? I doubt it. But I know that I am so much further down the road than I was when I enrolled with doTERRA March the 3rd, 2014. And so the reason why I say all of this goes back to emotions. You have a right to choose what you're going to even do emotionally. He gives us free will because we get to make a choice. We get to make decisions in our life. And bottom line is, we also get to choose whether we're going to hang on to unforgiveness or if we're going to forgive. If we're going to allow those dark, secret places in our minds to exist, or if we're going to open them up to let the light shine on them. And in doing all of that, we can have restoration. We can restore what has been taken from us. We can't do it on our own. We have to allow our Father to work. But one of His tools that I absolutely love is the essential oils. Not just any essential oils, but doTERRA essential oils. And so if you are interested in pursuing restoration, if you are interested in using one of the things that He gave us for restoration of our bodies, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, it's all connected. Did you know that unresolved emotions manifest themselves in issues in our body? Yeah. Okay, it does. So if you'd like to talk about this some more, let me know. If you would like to get your oils at a price that is reasonable with a 25% discount off of retail, and if you would also like to get free oils, you need to talk to me. All blessings.